everyone. It's the 4th of May, which means start of Springathon. Yay! So today I started working in the morning. I think you saw my breakfast. And then I was talking to my boss and he was like, oh, you know that today is a holiday and tomorrow as well. And I was not aware. So I stopped working. I called my friend, we talked for a while, and now it's 11:30 and I think it's time for me to have some lunch. And after that I'm gonna sit and read because apparently I didn't know I don't have to work today. So, yay! Hello everyone. So it's about 4 p.m. I think, and I was reading the Memory Police, but I'm a little bit needing a rest and it's beautiful outside, so I think I'm going to go outside and enjoy the sun with my first Springathon book. This is Elmet by Fiona Mozley, so I'll check in with you later. Hello everyone, I'm in bed now and I just finished The Memory Police by Yoko Ogawa. This was in my Asian readathon TBR, and it's basically the story of this island in which things are slowly erased from the people's memory without them being able to keep their memories. And yeah, it has been quite a popular book in BookTube, and I can understand why. It was very fun to read. I really enjoyed the reading experience, and it reminded me a bit of 1984 by George Orwell, with more whimsical and like the Japanese prose, or like the feeling that those books tend to get. And yeah, it was a nice read. It was not a perfect read. I think the plot was a little bit lacking, but overall I really enjoyed it. And now I don't know what to do, to be honest, because it's around 10 p.m. and I'm a bit tired, but not tired enough to go to sleep. So I guess I'll start a new book. I'm thinking maybe the tree book for Springathon. But yeah, we will see. And by the way, when I was sitting outside, I read about 50 pages of Elmet, and I don't know, it hasn't captured me yet, but I'll leave that for tomorrow when I can sit in the sun again. So yeah, good night everybody, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow. Hello everyone. I just had a workout and a shower, and now it's time for my tea. So yeah, I woke up early today. In principle, I don't have to work because it's Liberation Day in the Netherlands. But yeah, I still have a couple of things to do. So it's about 8 right now. So I'm going to have my tea, read my book. And I started last night comme, arbre, the tree book, and I'm really liking it. It had some interesting facts. It's divided in chapters depending on how what aspect of trees it's discussing. So the first chapter was about the social aspects of trees, and actually it said that there has been studies that say that if you put trees in an urban area, it's likely that you might reduce the amount of crime in that area, which I thought it was very interesting. So it has little things like that, and I'm really enjoying it. So I think I'm going to continue with that for a little bit, and then I'll crack on with work and catch up with you later. Bye! Hello everyone. So yeah, I just finished comme, arbre, and it was it was okay. I think I updated you last night about or this morning about some of the facts that I learned from there, and yeah, it started interesting, but then it fizzled out. There were a lot of things that I already knew, and I didn't feel like I learned a lot from it. But there was nothing wrong with the book. It was just quite basic, I would say. So yeah, that's my first Springathon read done. I haven't read anything from Elmet today. I didn't sit in the garden because my partner was working on it and it was just noisy, so I'll do that tomorrow. But yeah, for now I think I'm going to have dinner and maybe watch a movie or play a game or something. And then maybe later tonight I will start something else. I think I'm in the mood for We Are the Weather, but we will see. Hello everyone, it's almost 7 p.m. and I just came back from the garden. I was reading Elmet, and yeah, I have mixed feeling about this. I'm in page 126, and so far there are some beautiful moments. There is so this is about Daniel and Kathy, who are two children that live in principle with their father, but the father disappears for days several times, and yeah, they don't see much of him, and there are rumors in the town that he's quite violent and he fights for a living, so that's a sign. And then at the point I'm at, there is this woman called Vivian that has come into the picture to teach the children a little bit to read, and because they don't go to school, so it's sort of the teacher of the children now. And there's beautiful moments, like I was reading this moment in which Vivian introduces to Daniel to books, and he loves them, of course, and he says he becomes an indoor child, where Kathy greets the world by being outside and experiencing the world, and that was something that I really liked. But then at the same time, the story doesn't flow so well for me. It is very fragmented and a bit choppy, and also maybe it's because I'm not a native speaker, but there are several moments, especially the father, but also the children, they use some kind of dialect that it's hard for me to understand. So that takes me out of the book a little bit, because I have to stop and think, oh, this is what it means. So yeah, I'm enjoying it, but it's not completely capturing me so far. Yeah, that's my thoughts on this. I'm going to have dinner now, and I think I'm going to talk to my parents a little bit after that, and then I will go back to Jonathan Safran Foer, because I am enjoying that one better. Hello everyone, it's Thursday, and I just finished the Jonathan Safran Foer book, We Are the Weather. I almost finished last night, but I had a little bit left, so I finished it when I was having my breakfast. And yeah, I have mixed feeling about it. Jonathan Safran Foer is really good at making topics relatable. He has a lot of analogies with his own life that make it very relatable. Like you think about it in a different way, and it makes it also more engaging. Like for example, in this book, he used the death of his grandmother as an analogy for climate change and how the Earth is slowly dying. However, there were some things on it that I didn't agree with, and I didn't feel like they were explored properly. The solutions given by the book are very based on we should all be vegetarian or at least eat less meat, and if everybody does that, we will be okay. And that is not the case. It is great if people eat less meat, and that totally helps with climate change. And I like that the book had that aspect in it, because normally it's fixed on the energy side of things. So that was good to see. But it is not the only thing we have to do, and in the book it's presented as that. And it also talks about the how to say, the the fact that people get very overwhelmed with climate change actions, and it's like, well, if you're not going to do everything perfect, I would rather just not do anything, because it doesn't make a difference. And he explores that in detail, and that was also really good. That he said, well, even if you are not perfect, even if you eat meat for dinner, if you don't eat meat or milk or any animal product for breakfast and lunch, you're already doing good, which is true. But it was a bit self-congratulatory for me. Like, he didn't say, okay, that's the first step, that's good, but we do need more. The climate change crisis at this point needs more than some people not eating meat for breakfast. We need governmental action, we need very strict measures, and he doesn't talk about that so much. He says, well, if you're doing something, you're already doing better than most people, so that's all you have to do. And I did not gel with that very well. I thought that that was a good first point to introduce people that are scared about taking action of climate change, but that was not all, and he could have gone further with that and say, okay, now you made the first step, what is the next step? So yeah, that for me it was a bit disappointing, but I understand how the book can be important for many people and how it can help fighting climate change, but I thought it was a bit short on several aspects. So yeah, it was a bit mixed. But now I have to get on with work, and I don't know what I will start later, because I'm feeling like a fiction book now, but I don't have many in my TBR, so we will see what we do. Hello everyone, it's Friday. I'm so looking forward to the weekend. But yeah, I didn't update you yesterday because I was feeling a bit slumpy, but I started Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng, and this is not for the Springathon, but it's for my Asian Readathon TBR. So yeah, I started that. I'm about 100 pages in, and I'm enjoying it so far. It's very thrillery. It follows Mia and her daughter Pearl when they moved into this neighborhood, and the relationships they are building with the neighborhood, in particular with this family, the Robertsons, that they have a daughter of similar age of Pearl, and they also offer a job to Mia, even though she's an artist. They think they need help, so they offer her to go clean the house and so on. So it's a bit of a weird dynamics, because on one hand, Pearl is sort of unequal with Lexi and the brother, which is the daughter, and on the other hand, the mother works for them. And at the beginning of the book, we know that there has been a fire in one of the houses, so it feels a bit thrillery, like what happened and so on. And I'm enjoying it so far. We'll see how it develops, but it's a fast, nice read so far. So yeah, I have to go to work now, or well, to my desk at home to work. But I'll update you later and see how I get on with Little Fires. So it's 10 p.m. and I haven't read anything since I last updated you. I was filming my Friday reads. I edited that, I uploaded that, and then my partner and I decided to have a barbecue outside because it was lovely. So I haven't read anything, but still not completely late, so I think I'm going to put my pajamas on, get into bed, and read for a couple of hours. Tomorrow is the weekend, so it should be okay if I sleep a bit late. But yeah, see you tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. So at the end, I didn't read much yesterday. I was watching a movie and then I fell asleep, so I think I read a total of 3 pages of Little Fires Everywhere. Today we have woken up early. It's around 8 in the morning, and we have decided to go to the beach because it's beautiful, and I think at 8 in the morning there will still be not many people, so I think we can enjoy that, and probably I will read there. And I also have the whole day to do nothing, so I'm planning to read a lot. We'll see if that happens. Up early and went to the beach before it was too busy for us. So we spent there a couple of hours, and I was reading Elmet while I was there. And when we came back, I had like 60 pages left, so I decided to just finish it. It was just when the main plot device happened. So yeah, I finished this. I enjoyed it. It was okay. It was not my favorite read, but it was engaging enough. The characters were complex enough. There were some good descriptions of nature, but it just felt a bit like one of those stories that you had heard before in other books. So it was not nothing special, but nothing wrong with it. Just a good read. So right now I think I have to do some chores around the house, and when I'm done with that, I'll probably go with Little Fires Everywhere. So I'll talk to you then. Hello everyone, it's about 4 p.m. on Sunday, and I just finished Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng, and it was a very enjoyable and interesting book. It mainly talks about these two families that are interconnected in different ways, and how their relationships evolved as secrets are uncovered, let's say. it was written very much like a thriller, but it also explored a lot of themes about race and about family relations and family secrets. And I thought it was really successful at what they did, and I really, really enjoyed it. So yeah, +1, I would recommend. And now I think I'm ready to go back to my Springathon TBR and pick up the Sixth Extinction by Elizabeth Kolbert. So I'll check in with you later. Hello everyone. So it's 11 p.m. on Sunday and I am about 15% of the way into the Sixth Extinction, and I'm really liking it. It's a lot about the history of fossils and the research that we can get from it, much more than about this particular extension that we're experiencing. So I'm liking that so far. Probably it will change, but at the moment that's what it is about. And I think I'm going to close this vlog here and start a new one tomorrow. So yeah, I hope you liked it. Let me know what you thought about the books I'm reading, if you have read them or want to read them, and what did you read this week. Bye!